Good afternoon, everybody. What is going on? I am Jeffgrantmedia. In today's unboxing and first impressions video, we have a box from Urban Armor Gear. Now, what's inside this box? We're gonna get the disclaimer out of the way. I am not officially affiliated in any way with Urban Armor Gear. They did send me this product for free to test and review, but I am not being paid or bribed with free product to say anything positive or negative for that matter about what's inside this box. I simply continuously saw their packs on targeted advertisements on Facebook and Instagram, and I started looking into them and I couldn't find any reviews out there, so I reached out to them and asked if they'd be interested in doing a little partnership where they send me a bag, I check it out, I do a review, I let them know my thoughts, and I put some content out there on their product, and at the same time I get to play around with the new bag. So I think that was a win-win situation. So after a few months of them waiting for the right time, I got a package now. They sent me a box last week and it arrived today, so let's crack this thing open and see what we got inside. We're going with an old classic Swiss Army knife today, and we're gonna be careful we don't cut what's inside this box because, in fact, there are soft goods in here. Don't forget to always close and put your knife away when you're done so you don't lose it and stab yourself. We're gonna sneak that out of the way because I think my address is probably on it. That's just scrap. And there it is, hiding underneath. We actually have two products inside. I was originally only anticipating a backpack for review, but about a week or two ago when they said, yeah, we're ready to go ahead and do the review, they asked me if I wanted to check out their brand new crossbody sling. So we have their Ration crossbody sling and the standard issue 24 liter pack. They also make the standard issue in an 18 liter. I personally, they let me choose. I went with the 24 liter because they said the 18 will only fit a 13-inch laptop and I have a 15-inch laptop. So I had to go with the standard issue 24 so I can fit my computer inside. So before we go ahead and give each of these products a once over, let's do a quick spec rundown of each of them so we know what we're in for. The standard issue 24 backpack is in fact 24 liters, and it comes in at $119.95 USD. It comes in 3 colorways: a gray in midnight camo, which is the pack that I have here, a black in midnight camo, and orange in midnight camo. The bag weighs 38.4 ounces or 2.4 pounds. It comes in at 22 by 13 by 8 inches. The bag features weatherproof zippers and rugged, water-resistant materials, and they say it's compatible for a laptop up to 16 inches. But the website does not say what these weatherproof materials are, so I can't honestly tell you right now off the bat what they're made out of. Moving on to the crossbody sling. The Ration crossbody sling comes in at $49.95 USD. It is available in 2 colors, olive and black, and olive is the color that I chose. And the bag is made from an 840D nylon. We're gonna go ahead and start with the standard issue backpack. And one thing I did notice right off the bat, we have a little morale patch area that comes with a free UAG patch. Now, they stated these are WeatherGuard zippers, which they are. They are definitely not branded, so I don't think they're YKK, especially at that $119 price point, but I can say right now, it's zipping rather well, especially with 2 bends in that pocket. Let's try the other one. So they are zipping rather smooth. Let's see, we have the top dump compartment is WeatherGuard. It looks like even this little, yep, so all of the zippers are definitely WeatherGuard zippers. So that's good. That means it's gonna hopefully keep the rain and water out. They all work pretty well. They're smooth, which is nice because sometimes, especially these off-brand zippers, they're not very smooth to use, so these are actually all operating very nicely. And ooh, I wasn't expecting that. I thought this was a clamshell, which means it should clamshell open. The zippers come almost all the way to the bottom of the bag, but we have these little accordion pieces here that are preventing the bag from clamshelling all the way open. So I'm not gonna lie, that's a little bit of a disappointment. I prefer a clamshell backpack, but we'll get to the internal compartment first. We usually start with the outside and work our way in, and we have 2 wing pockets on either side. They both have different organization. The right side of the bag has 2 larger liner pockets that are they're about hand depth. This lower one is a little bit larger, and then we have some pen Sharpie slots, with this last one being a little bit wider. Oh, is that a pocket at all? No, that's not even a pocket, that's just sewn shut. Okay, so you have 3 pen slots, and this last one that looks like it would be is it's just sewn shut. So instead of them actually just leaving the top open and giving you another pocket, that's actually sewn through. So you have 3 slots and 2 liner pockets. Then on the other side, we have a liner pocket and a mesh pocket. This would be a little bit bigger. That'd be good for like a phone or a battery bank, something like that. And these pockets, both of them, I believe. Yeah, both of these pockets have a little bit of padding in them. So if you do throw any tech in here, you got a little bit of protection from the outside. This is that's just the inside of the bag on both sides. There's nothing, no padding in here. It's just some nylon right into the inside of the bag. But I like that quick organization right there. This little pocket in front, which is, oh, that's deeper than I thought. It comes down, it's up to my wrist, so it's about that deep. So it comes down to, it's not padded. There's something semi-rigid in here. It feels almost as if, I think it's just continues down the front to the bottom here. There's definitely down this little pop-out section here. If you get the profile of the bag, it kind of rounds out here. And it does have a flat bottom, so hopefully it will stand on its own. I mean, it does empty, but once it's got a little bit of load in it, hopefully it doesn't tip. It actually feels like it would be pretty solid at stand, but there's definitely, yeah, even this top section here, I don't want to call it like a frame sheet, because that's definitely not going to give you too much stability, but there's something rigid-ish in the front of the bag. Now, I notice this is going to be our fleece-lined tech pocket, which is, I'll show that in a second there. But this pocket's kind of deep. It's about hand depth, and it's completely fleece lined. It's got this, it's actually a pretty nice fleece in the top lid. There's some padding here. That's it. The rest feels like the back side of it has some padding, and then the front has, again, this piece has a little bit of like a sheet that something, I don't want to call it a frame sheet, but the top and back is padded. And we had a surprise inside, which was a spare, more of a camo UAG patch. So if we want to take off the white one, we can put on a subdued one. So now we have a little bit of variety inside. So that's kind of nice. And before we get into the main, we have our laptop sleeve that goes across the back. It is floating. It's hard to see because the bag is shaped kind of awkward. I think it's floating. Let's see. No, I can't, honestly. Yeah, okay, it is. It is floating, but only by like a ½ an inch at the bottom. It comes to maybe right about here, and the bottom's here. So it's only about a ½ an inch of floating. Now this is supposed to fit a 16-inch laptop. Now we do have some padding along the back, and there is padding along the front padding between the laptop and the main compartment of the bag. So it is padded, so that's nice. And then one other thing, we got our sternum strap, adjustable sternum strap. It's got the little track. It's essentially just like a little piece of tubing inside. I mean, these are okay. They sometimes pop off. They work though. I've only had them actually pop off on 1 or 2 bags, but there's a stopper on the bottom, and it looks like the top is actually made for you to be able to fold it back and pop it off. If you want it gone, you could take them off. So that's not bad. Looks like we have some S-curved straps, and we do have a little bit of a trolley pass-through. So if you're traveling with this, you got some elasticity here, so you can fit that over a variety of roller bag handles. And the back is padded. It's got this softer, feels almost like a spandexy material, but they don't give you material specs, so I can't say definitively what it is. But if you see, we do have some contoured back here, so that will be nice for if you're like me and you sweat a lot. You definitely want some of these channels for air, but it does feel kind of bulky, so we'll have to go ahead and see in the full review if this is comfortable to wear. Now with that out of the way, let's go to our internal compartment. Again, we are not going to be able to clamshell this bag fully open. I'm a little disappointed. I mean, it stands on its own open. There's my hands, not leaning on it. So it's still standing on its own. So this bag is that top compartment. So it does take up interior space of the bag, but it feels like if you're not really using it, it can just pack up towards the top, so I can push it up if I'm not using it. I mean, there's nothing in here to secure it up, but I mean, if you have the bag fully packed out, it'll just push it forward. Now, we do have, along the front of the bag, we have, it comes to about my wrist, it's about that big. Is it stretchy? No, it's not stretchy, but it is a mesh pocket. It's hard to show you the whole thing because I can't clamshell the bag open. So that's not bad. I mean, it does, the way the bag sits, when I look straight down into it, you can see right into the bag. So the way this is, the bottom is formed, it does have a little bit of hard, there's definitely that same, feels like about the same thing that goes through the bag. So there's definitely something hard and rigid that goes through the whole front and bottom of the bag that helps it give it that shape, which is why this bag is still standing up on its own, even zippered open. So I think if you're trying to get 2 hands in here to look in the bag, the way the bag is designed, it's going to stand open for you. I'm gonna guess if I have this pouch here loaded up with something too heavy, it might want to pull it forward, but it feels as if it's balanced pretty well. Like I'm trying to tip it over, and I could obviously tip it if I want to, but trying, I am feeling a little bit of resistance. So that's kind of nice. So if I dump a bunch of crap in here and it's just laying at the bottom, I can open it up, so I can open the bag up, use 2 hands to get in here and sort through it. I don't know if I prefer that or just to completely clamshell the bag open. I guess time will tell. So we're gonna move on towards the back of the bag here. This must be your, this thing just wants to pop up now. This is padded up the front, and the back is padded because that's against your laptop sleeve. So this is, it's about this long, tip of my fingers to here. So that's gonna be good. Easily fit multiple size tablets in there. Gonna go ahead and fit a lot of stuff. And then moving down, where we get our admin panel, this is also padded, and that's about, it's about this long. So we got about to my wrist. So you can probably fit some decent sized notebooks in there if you have any addition of doing like dual tablets. If you have like maybe a larger Surface and then maybe a smaller tablet, fit it in there. I know some people carry multiple laptops, some people carry multiple tablets. I'm a 1 laptop kind of guy. Then below that we have, you see this? Yeah. We have 1 liner pocket, and then we have 2 additional pen, Sharpie, pencil pockets over here, and then 1 zipper pocket. And they all come, all the admin panel stops about 2/3 of the way down. So once you get past, you can't see here, it's probably right about where this bend is in the bag here. That's about where the admin pin on the inside stops, and then the rest goes to the bottom of the bag. I mean, I do like this feature, hands-free, standing up on its own. I think I would prefer this bag to completely clamshell open though. That's probably more of a personal preference. I like clamshell bags. I learned that recently when I was using a 2DAP, that the tri-zip is great, love the design, the bag is amazingly comfortable, functions well, but I like clamshell bags. I like to be able to completely open my bag and lay it down if I want to, and I like to only half zip it if I don't want to open it all the way. I like to be able to half zip it myself. I don't like being restricted to a half zip if I have a full zipper on the bag. If I'm using my CHZ22, that's a half zip bag, Civic half zip, 22 liter. So I expect that bag to only unzip halfway. But with a bag that has a full zipper, I expect it to clamshell open. So a little disappointed in that. Other than that though, I like that I can double hand access this. I can see clearly right into the bag with it opened. So that's nice. I think it's more of a personal preference for me, wishing that this would clamshell. We'll see how it functions though over time. We're gonna move on to our ration now. Okay, so off the bat, we do appear to have quite a bit of expansion. They don't tell you how big this goes, but it goes quite large. So I will probably wear this crossbody, but you can wear this crossbody, fanny pack style, front sling, rear sling, however you want. So I'll probably personally wear this bag like this, but let's start with the rest of the outside of the bag. We have some double molly. Okay, so we have a loop that appears on the side of either side, a larger loop, and then across the front here, we have a molly section that it's double. So we have a wider band, and then we also have this band. So we actually have, let's see that, there's two different series of webbing that goes across the front. So that's kind of nice. And then right there we have, oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, I wasn't expecting the high-vis interior. We have this nice blue. I really like that. I never had like a blue contrasting with an olive, but I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like it. I'm used to an orange with an olive. That's kind of like your standard go-to is orange and olive, but you have this nice blue, and that's kind of nice. I like that. Now it doesn't really, it's not a center zip. It's a little towards the top of the bag, but there is some space on the top of the zipper. So everything will come down here. There's no key leash or anything inside. It's just a pocket. There's nothing else in there. And then, once we close that, if I don't, because it's empty, it's floppy, I actually just got the materials caught. There we go. Now that I got it fixed, we have our main compartment, which again, you can really see it now. I'm really liking this high-vis blue interior. It's kind of cool. It's different. You never see olive with blue. So in here we have pretty spacious. I mean, they don't tell you the actual specs on this bag, even on this tag. I looked. It doesn't tell me how big it is. I want to say, from personal experience, this is probably around the 2 to 2.5 liter range. And again, there's no like key loop or anything in there, but we do have kind of hidden. So inside out, it'll be easier to see. This is the front of the bag with the front zipper and the molly webbing. This is the back of the bag. We actually have hidden liner pockets across the back. So that's it. We have our big main compartment with a hidden liner pocket across the back. And then we have our zipper compartment on the front. And I'm double checking that there's nothing hidden here. There's no pockets across the back of the bag. There's nothing hidden on the bottom. So no, we have our big main compartment with the liner pocket on the back, hidden liner pocket. And then we have our front compartment, which is kind of hidden, honestly. If you tuck this down, if you take this pull tab off, this little, it's not paracord, it's just some sort of rope, but if I took that off, you would totally be able to hide that zipper, and that would be a bit hidden. So, first impressions. They're saying this is 840D. I don't know what type of nylon. It's certainly not ballistic. It's not Cordura. I don't know what it is. I will say this material feels thin. It does feel light. I mean, overall, the weight of this bag, it's pretty light. And I think a lot of that weight is actually in this thick cardboard tag. So if I hold the tag in one hand, there's not that much weight of the bag. So that's kind of nice. The bag itself is pretty light. I don't know how well this material would wear over time. Generally, slings you're not putting a ton into, especially something that's in this range, which I'm guessing is around the 2 to 2.5 liter range. You're not going to be stuffing this. It's not going to be taking a lot of abuse. So the 840D, what it's made out of, or 860, I don't remember now offhand, it will probably last quite a while, but I wouldn't make full backpack out of it. And grabbing this, I just noticed now that this actually has an air meshed back padded grab handle. So the grab handle is kind of nice, and I noticed now also the straps, the backing of the straps and the grab handle are air mesh, where the back of the bag is a spandex material. Don't know exactly what it is, because again, they don't give me the specs on the materials themselves. But first impressions, I'm kind of digging this design with the little bit of a solid, some sort of rigid sheeting in the bag that helps it stand on its own. I know that's a big selling point to a lot of people, is does the bag stand up on its own? And this clearly stands up on its own. Now there's no loadout in there at all right now, so we'll have to see once we load this bag up if it will. But if you pack your bag like you're do with your EDC, put your heavier items on the bottom so they're not pulling away from your body, it's probably going to stand up on its own just fine, even under load. Because again, when I had it unzipped, I was trying to tip it over, and I obviously could if I really wanted to, but just putting a little bit of weight on the front end of the bag, it felt I had resistance, so I think it's balanced pretty well. So overall, yeah, I'm digging them so far. Already seen a few things that I would change. I would personally remove the nylon pieces that hold the bag together, and I'd let the standard issue fully clamshell open. And I would probably, I'd probably change the exterior material of the Ration to probably a ballistic nylon, because if you're using this sling, you're going to be actually accessing it quite a bit, especially if it's on your chest. So I would like to have something a little bit more durable. Again, I think because it's a smaller sling, it's going to last for quite a while, but I would personally like to see a little bit more robust material for the bag itself. Now this is a brand new offering, so this is probably like V1, so hopefully in upcoming versions, maybe they'll make some updates and make the bag out of a different material, but we will see. So we're gonna go ahead and toss these into the queue so they can get tossed into rotation, so we can go ahead and film a real user review. But with that all said and done, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Smash that big red button and ring that bell right next to it so you get notifications next time I post a brand new video. I can't speak at all anymore. Good night.